so I thought I would just throw together a quick instructional video. So quick reminder, dictionaries are defined with these squiggly brackets. Like lists, you can access the item of a dictionary using a key. So I could actually even use a numerical key, just like a list. So then if I type D0, I'd get the hello key. But more usefully, a dictionary might have a key that is a word, and then I can access the key this way. I can also check if a dictionary has a key. So like this dictionary has the key name, it has the key 1, it does not have the key 7. If I try to access a key that doesn't exist, I'll get an error. Just a quick reminder of what dictionaries are good for. We talked about a dictionary can be kind of like a big container for variables. So that's how I'm going to use it. I'm going to use a quick example of churning through some text to get information about it using a dictionary. So let me grab some demo text here. All right, there's the beginning of Declaration of Independence. Text, I use triple quotes, which lets me do multiple lines. I will go ahead and use the split method, which will let me, let me just show you how that works. So when you say text split, it splits it into a list of words. And then I could loop through the words, so for word and text split. Couple notes, I'm just going to kind of try things out as I go here. Boom, there's all the words. All right. Notice how often I'm running my code. Some students are writing a lot of code without ever running it, and then you don't really understand what it does. So notice here, I read the text from here, I split it into words, and then I loop through it and I print each word, and there's all the words. So my first task will be, I'm going to make a list of words based on how long they are. So I'll call that list words by length. It's not really a list, sorry, it's a dictionary. Or we could think of it as a lookup table. That's another way to think about this data structure. The two squiggles makes an empty, so oops. Empty dictionary. All right. And then in this words by length, I'm going to add the word. So hold on a second. First of all, I have to get the length. So the length of the word is just length of word. And let's make sure that works. Oops, forgot about my Python 3 print syntax run. So there's the length of all the words. I could print out the length and the word just to see that it's working. So again, before I'm getting anything fancy working, notice how often I run my code. Print length word. So 2 is a 2-letter word, which is a 5-letter word. This is working. The variable length now contains the length of the word. The variable word contains the word, and it runs once per word in my text. Also note I'm trying this with relatively short text. I'm not going to start working with like all of Shakespeare's sonnets because then it's impossible to read the debug code, right? All right, words by length. So let's see, how would I make a list of the words that are the different lengths, right? Okay, well, I've already got the length, so I'm going to check if length in, words by length. Oh wait, let's check if it's not, sorry. Start one. So now I'm going to say, all right, words by length of length equals, and I'll just make an empty list. I could make this a number. We'll make an empty list. It's a little complicated, but that's okay. And then words by length of length, so now we know it exists, is going to be a list, right? So that's my word list. And then my word list, I'm going to append the word to it. And then let's print out our word list each time so we can see how this works. All right, so first time it finds a 4-letter word, the word list is when, then it's in, then it's the. When it gets to of, that's the second 2-letter word, so it's got in of it. we can see how it's building these things. And it might be helpful to just see what the whole words by length dictionary looks like. There it is. So actually, one thing I could do is afterwards, here we'll get rid of that print statement now that we've built it, print out a list of words by length. So now we're going to say, all right, let's print out the list of words. For length words in words by length items, items is a handy way to get the key and the value from the dictionary, print length words. So all I'm doing is, oops, forgetting how to print in Python 3. Let's fix that. There we go. All right, so what have I done? For every length, I have printed the length of the words. Now, one thing we'll notice quickly here is that this dictionary, these are not printing in order, right? 1, 4, 2, 3, 6. The keys in a dictionary are not in order. So we have to get fancier if we wanted to print out like a sorted list or something like that. Let's imagine we wanted to do that. I'll show you how I would do that. So probably the easiest way to do that would be to break it into steps. So first I would say lengths equals words by length keys. That just gives me the lengths. Then I would sort that list using the sort function. And then I would say for ln lengths, or I'll be verbose, for length in lengths, print length. And now I've got to actually use the lookup words by length bracket length. So what am I doing? I'm saying get all the word length that we've got in this thing, sort them, go through them one at a time, and then, oops, I forgot the print statement again. We're going to print out the length, and then we're going to print out whatever list we have indexed there, words by length. So let's see how that works. Oops. So it turns out this thing is a dict keys object, which is not a list. So before I can sort it, I have to turn it into a list. We'll do that with the list keyword. There we go. And now I have the list by word length. Note also, by the way, that I could, if I wanted to, sort the list first. Oops. So if I do that, I can get a sorted list. If I wanted to have some fun with this, I could now make I'll do a last thing. I'm going to take the same text and I'm going to print out a new version of the text, mangle text, but keep word lengths the same. So what am I going to do? This originally was when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bans, blah, 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 right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new text like this for word and text split, right? That gives me the split original text, right? I'm going to get the length of the word, and I'm going to add to the new, well, I'll make the new text a list, new words. So new words append, I'll grab a random item from words by length of length. I've got to import random or that's not going to work. So let's think through what's happening here. I'm going to, for example, have a word like, let's say I had the word bands, right? Oops. I would grab the length of bands, that's 5, and then I would say random choice words by length of 5. Oops, first I would import random choice words by length bracket 5, and I'd get which instead of bands. So that's the kind of substitution we're going to make. All right, and then at the very end, I'm just going to print new words, join, I'll put a space back, and we should get a new text out. Except I forgot. Parentheses, parentheses, there we go. And I forgot that we use join this way. It's a text and then join. No, okay. All right. So now, when in the course of human events becomes laws of one assumed to among people to entitle political God and even and events of opinion and necessary them, among them connected laws when be. So this pretty much worked. You'll notice how strange it looks, but it actually has something like grammar because the way the word lengths were similar. Probably the thes are in similar places than the tos. So anyway, this is a very simple program to take any text and mutate it. And of course, it doesn't only work with the Declaration of Independence. I could take any text I wanted. So now the last step, let's grab Shakespeare's sonnets and do the same thing to that. So we're just going to say with file sonnets.txt, read as in file. Text equals in file.read. So now I'm reading all of Shakespeare's sonnets. And instead of printing out all of Shakespeare's sonnets at the bottom, I'm going to do something very similar, but I'm going to paste them. So mangled sonnets.txt, write. I'll call it out file just for convenience, so that's a variable, so it doesn't matter. And I'm going to say out file write join new words. So if I didn't make any mistakes, of course I did. Oh, sorry, the file keyword went away in Python 3. It's open, my mistake. Open. We'll run that. All right, there's the mangled sonnets. And now, of course, I forgot to put any line breaks in there, so that looks a little bit funny. But I have made a whole bunch of Shakespeare gibberish. I could do a little more work to make this actually put out something that would look more like a sonnet, but that was a very simple example of how to use dictionaries and how to read and write files.